Good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Well, here we are. It's been 11 weeks of high school football in Florida, and we're now at the regular season finale. It's been a wonderful ride this year. We've seen so many great teams, players, and coaches showing off their talent on the gridiron this season. And tonight we expect nothing less as Zephyr Hills Christian Academy and the Nature Coast Sharks square off from the Shark Tank in Brooksville, Florida to put their final stamp on this 2022 regular season. I'm Will Wilkie. I'll be your guide for the pregame show here tonight. We also have some special halftime content for you tonight, so you don't want to miss that. We run down the top plays of 2022, showcasing all the top talent and plays from this season. Also coming up at the half, we'll check in with field commentator John McMurdo and Nature Coast Athletic Director Emily Gore for an update on Nature Coast athletic programs this fall. We'll also check in with the McMurdo Family Vision Regional Scoreboard throughout the game. We've got a lot of games going on tonight that have district title and playoff implications, so we'll keep you updated on those. We'll also provide those updates at halftime before returning to action in the second half. We're going to take a very quick break and come back with our coaches' keys to the night's game right after this. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Again, thank you for joining us here tonight on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We are a registered nonprofit media company. We provide all of our content free to the community as part of our mission. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's free for you, but it helps us out a lot. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You can search for us at GCSN Broadcast. It helps us out a lot. It also helps these wonderful athletes and coaches to a wider audience. This is the first time that these two teams have met on the football field, and Nature Coast coach Corey John sat down with the Gulf Coast Sports Network and reviewed his keys to tonight's ballgame.
Zephyr Hills Christian is a new one for us. We've never played them. I always wanted to challenge ourselves, and go out there and play against the best of what we can get. And I think we're going to get that. I think they throw the football well. I think that's going to be our biggest thing in this game coming up, is being able to, control their passing game and limit the big plays off of easy throws. They throw a lot of screens, a lot of bubble screens and things like that. So if we can limit the big plays off of easy, accessible throws, I think it'll give our defense a great opportunity to get off the field and give the offense the ball back, which I think we can do. We're as good in the secondary as we have been in 3 years. So I think we're up to the task. I think they're going to be able to do it. But to me, that's the biggest key, other than the two that I think are for all 10 games, which is eliminate preventable penalties and don't turn the ball over.
And that was the conclusion of our national anthem. There was some great insights by Coach Johns, who currently has a 4-game winning streak, including a very impressive win at IMG Academy last week. Coach Johns has a great passion for the game, his players, and we'd like to thank him and Athletic Director Emily Gore for the time and assistance they provided to us for tonight's broadcast. But now it's time for some football, so let's get going. Let's send it up to the booth for the dynamic duo themselves. It's Abe Dowdell and Dave Barrett.
Welcome, streamers, to the Shark Tank, and welcome to the first ever meeting between Nature Coast Sharks and Zephyr Hills Christian Academy Warriors. Although tonight's contest will be a non-district battle, both coaches and players want to finish the regular season with a win. And for Nature Coast, some continued momentum with the playoffs looming.
Yes, Abe, and I heard you say continued, and that's because Nature Coast has outscored their last four opponents 45-7, and have obviously dominated on both sides of the ball during that last four games. But they have seen the emergence of wide receiver Tyler Gonzalez and the passing attack, while Brady Nolan has anchored that more than stingy defense.
But tonight brings a new set of unique challenges for the Sharks, facing a strong Warriors team that has Mr. Everything, Antonio Hunt. Hunt has 15 sacks and also leads the Warriors in tackles while having a strong presence in the running attack and being one of the Warriors' top scorers of the season.
Oh, you're absolutely right there again, Abe. Hunt will be a player to keep an eye on tonight, but let's talk about that Warrior offense, which has put up nearly 500 total yards per game over the last 2 weeks. Quarterback Patrick Stinkorb has orchestrated some pretty impressive numbers as of late, finding 7 or more wide receivers open and spreading the ball around for nearly 250 yards in each of those last 2 contests.
This Warrior offense has caught Coach John's attention, particularly the short passing attack and the steady running game with Felder, Hunt, and Cruz. Sounds like another GCSN classic. 2 teams coming in hot with strong running and passing attacks and a hard-hitting defense.
Abe, tonight concludes our broadcasting for the regular season, and we have seen some incredible football games, some playoff caliber teams, some D1 committed players, and it has been a great ride with some great moments. And I would like to sincerely thank GCSN for the great opportunity to stay a part of high school football and witness these young athletes. And thank you to our viewers and subscribers for tuning in and sharing these games with all of us.
It has been a great ride. We look forward to baseball and softball season, and of course next year high school football season as well. But first, we get to put on an exclamation point on this great season with tonight action.
I like the exclamation point. You can see the Sharks getting ready to come out of their helmet down there. They got the captains coming to the middle. It is senior night here at the Shark Tank, and it looks like they got 6 or 7 seniors for the Sharks. They will play their last regular season game. I believe they get a playoff game here next weekend. We just don't know who.
Well, like you said, it's senior night. That's another emotional night, for these players, especially the seniors, that they get this last opportunity to play a regular season right here on their home field, and it's going to be exciting bringing in another team from another county that they've never seen before, and it's another step in preparing them for the playoffs.
Well, both teams have some pretty valuable players. I mean, we talked about the running backs. Well, we didn't really mention Christian Cromer yet for the Sharks, who's had a great junior season, had an unbelievable sophomore year, and obviously Zephyr Hills Academy also has 3 really good running backs. So it should be a really interesting game.
Well, this is the part of the season where the game really come down to who wants it more, and it's going to be one of those trenches kind of game, because who wants to win in the trenches? Either your offensive line going to win, or your defensive line is going to win. The Sharks come in with nice size offensive line, and if they can control the line, like you say, with Cromer coming out the backfield and the passing attack that the Sharks have, they'll do well. But Zephyr Hills come in with some hungry players as well. So, will Zephyr Hills dominate in the trenches? And one of the most important parts about this in this time of the season is penalties. Penalties can play a factor in the game, because you have holding and different things that may take a nice run and bring it all the way back. So, it's one of those games as that last preparation before that playoff run.
And coaches, especially this juncture in the season, they don't expect those penalties. They expect the least amount of penalties you can have in a game this late in the season. But Abe, we just saw the coin flip, and it looks like Zephyr Hills Academy will be receiving. So we'll be able to see the kickoff for the Sharks and the kickoff return team here in just a moment for Zephyr Hills.
Like you said, it's going to be exciting. Going into the playoffs, you want to make sure your team is healthy, minimize injuries to prepare for that next run, because it's a whole new season.
A whole new season.
Whatever you did in the regular season means nothing.
Here they come. Check out our view from the cameraman on the sideline as they get all these hungry Nature Coast players coming out for senior night.
This will be one to remember.
Absolutely.
And they got it coming to them live in their living rooms, on their cell phone, whatever social media they're using, right here on Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Yes, they do. If you can't be in person, this is the way to watch it right here. We got instant replay, halftime shows. This is about as good as it gets. Hopefully we have one of those, close first downs where our cameraman gets the best view possible. But I'm excited to see this kickoff. We got a senior kicker for the Sharks. That's Caden Melliker. We haven't seen him kick it real deep, not because he can't, but because a lot of times these coaches are just trying to get a nice little squib or a high kick, see if they can get the ball back. But we have seen a time or two Coach Johns let him kick it high and far. He's got it teed up pretty high. He's getting a good start, so he may be punching it deep.
And we're off. Nice high kick deep into the end zone.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's not going to be returned.
Like you say, he normally been kicking it short all year, but he decided to kick it deep, and it went right back for a touchback.
Yeah, that was 7 yards into the end zone there. But so Zephyr Hills Academy will get the ball on the 20-yard line, and we're going to take a look at that defense for the Sharks and that passing attack of Zephyr Hills Christian Academy.
Well, Dave, is no turning back. It's first down. Let's get to see what Zephyr Hills come out with. They come out with a tight formation. Quarterback under center. Motion, quick handoff to number 2. And met by a host of Sharks.
That's Deuce Cook on the end around there. A little jet. Didn't look like it got a whole lot of yards, but yeah, it looks like about a foot. So they're gonna have a whole nother 2nd and 10.
Looks like number 12, Parker Strindnob, is the field general for the Warriors.
And he will throw the ball. He's averaged 250 yards through the air in the last 2 games.
Single receiver to the far left. Motion left. Quick handoff to the fullback. He pushed for about a yard, but it looked like a flag on the play.
Yeah, might have been an illegal shift on the offense, but that big running back kept his feet moving. I believe that was Joshua Caceres. All right, so we do have the illegal shift. I believe they're going to decline that penalty and take up a 3rd and 9.
So it looks like Zephyr Hills has come out trying to establish the run early in the game.
Yeah, they did the jet and then they did just a basic dive, both off the jet motion though. Like they didn't give it to the jet. They gave it to the jet the first time and faked it the second.
Again, we got a single receiver to the left side of the field. Quarterback under center. Quarterback drop back.
Oh, he's
pushed the ball in the air to number 1. And it's a catch by number 1. He's still on his feet at the 40. He bounced back. He makes another move around the outside. And he's brought out of bounds by number number 23 of Nature Coast.
Check out this recovery room instant replay. Right off the line, he gets inside the DB. He's able to catch the ball, and look at the tenaciousness of the defense trying to get him, and he just keeps running. They're going to have to contend with number 1, and that was Ezekiel Langley for the Christian Academy of Zephyr Hills.
Now, Langley was able to stay focused on that pass because he juggled it around before he was able to gain possession of it. Then he got aggressive with trying to stiff arm and still trying to make moves till he got out of bounds.
Yeah, he was open on 2 steps of that route, the first 2 steps.
They go into a 4 wide set, handoff to the number 4. Nice hard hit as he goes out of bounds.
That's number 12 on the tackle, Connor Riggins, the junior, coming in hot to make that tackle. But that running back had a full head of steam. I believe that was Andrew Felder on the carry.
Looked like he picked up about 5 yards on the carry.
A very aggressive run by Felder, the leading rusher for the Warriors.
So the Warriors came out. They came out in the stack formation. Then they spread it out a little bit. Then they went 4 wides. So unless their coach has a script, sometimes, with football you script 10 plays that you want to see what happens, what the defense does before you start doing your play calling. They go back to number 4, rounding out right side.
Yeah, that's Felder again on the run. They just had a basic trip set, and you're exactly right. They've shown tight formations, wide formations. That was a trip set, and they're just trying to see how the Sharks are lining up and what plays work best against their alignment. But that was a first down, Abe.
And again, that was Felder. So we've seen Felder run the ball, and Felder has some nice footwork as he hits the right side of that field.
Yeah, he's not as big as Hunt, but he's very explosive back. So you got a little thunder lightning action going on.
And the Warriors go back into that tight formation again.
Oh, double motion. Oh, and he was moving forward before the ball was snapped. That's definitely going to be a penalty on the offense.
And this is where coaches, at this point in the season, they want to minimize and eliminate penalties like that, because on a drive like this, something like that can hurt your offense.
Yeah, those are definitely penalties they can control. And they're knocking on the door there of the red zone, which is just 5 yards away. But now it's going to be an even 10, as it'll be first down and 15 from the 30-yard line, Abe. But they do like that motion.
And the Warriors are getting a push off their offensive line, making room for these running backs to be able to hit the holes like they are, because they're hitting them with some power.
Yeah, they flipped Langley to the other side this time. Wow. Check out all the defensive. Had about 5 defensive players there at the line of scrimmage. That was Alex Cruz on the carry. That's his first carry of the night. But already, first drive, we've seen all 3 backs get Felder, Cruz, and Hunt get a little taste of the action.
They're in their 4 wide set again. Shotgun formation. Quarterback drops back. Throws a nice little dart. It's incomplete.
It's going to be 3rd and 15, Abe.
Pass was intended for number 6, Alex Cruz.
The Sharks had an injury last week to Carlos Rodriguez, the cornerback. So right there, I just noticed in the wide set, they brought Brady Nolan out from middle linebacker to cover the slot receiver. Something we'll have to pay attention to, because he is known for his run-stopping ability, but he does play the pass well too. But I'm sure that Coach Johns would rather have him stopping the run.
The Warriors back in a 4 wide set. 3rd and 15. Quarterback drops back, puts the ball in the air, and is incomplete. Pass was intended to number 5, E.J. Allen Jr.
Junior's one of the leading receivers on this team as well. And Obviously you could see him run that route. It was crisp. It was just a little overthrown. But he was covered. He had a guy under him and a guy over him.
So it brings up 4th and 15. Looks like the Warriors going to go ahead and go for it.
Well, you're not going to punt.
Well, I see number 1 still on the sideline, and he made that lovely catch.
Oh, is he on the sideline?
He's on the sideline. Quarterback drops back, puts the ball in the air, intended for.
That's just the back out of the backfield, but Brady Nolan was in his pocket, and that was Mr. Everything, Antonio Hunt. He just did a wheel route out of the backfield, and the wide receiver cleared it out for him. And thankful for the Sharks that Nolan was in his pocket because it was a decently thrown ball. But it'll be first down for the Sharks. Well, the Warriors come up empty, but I can tell you this much. That was still a pretty good drive. It didn't end in points, but they have some potential. Some potential points coming. But now we get to take a peek at the Sharks offense. But it looked like they had a little bit of early movement. It's going to back them up. It's frustrating to get penalties this close down because you can't go for it. It's tough to go for it in your side of the field.
Look like the Sharks got a single receiver to the left. Handoff up the middle.
That's Allen Ho.
Went to the left side. Allen Ho. Looks like he picked up
about 7
yards on that carry.
Yeah, Ho was the homecoming king a few weeks ago. Hustled in there, ducked a couple high tacklers to get back past the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like the Sharks stacking the left side of the field. Shift Cromer back to the right. Motion right. Handoff in the backfield. And he's immediately wrapped up.
Yeah,
by number 4, Andrew Felder for the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors had a 5-man front right there. They're trying to make sure their goal number 1 is to stop Cromer and any other running attack they could see. But it looks like it's another penalty on the Sharks. Holding on the Sharks. Yeah, another 10 yards. And it is accepted. So it's still going to remain second down, Abe. But it's not going to be 7. It'll be about 17.
In these first series for both teams, this is where their offense trying to see what the other team's defense and what they can establish and where the weakness is. But when you start having penalties backing you up.
Oh, man. Look at that run. That'll excite an offense right there. And a little pushing after the whistle. That will excite an offense when you can carry, 8 guys past the line of scrimmage and 5 more yards. They're going right back to it.
Looked like Cromer kept his legs moving and driving and staying low.
He's going to be over that's a first down. That's a first down. And when you line up in that formation where you have, 8 linemen and it's just down blocks. I mean, you said it before the game. That's a 1-2. Let's take a break real quick since we're taking a break here and take a message from our sponsors.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have...
Hey, we're back right here. It's going to be a 1st and 10. They did put Hoyt back in the gun.
Quarterback keeps up the middle, and he's met by a host of Warriors.
Yeah, that was Antonio Hunt. He wasn't the first one there, but he was trying to pull him back to the original line of scrimmage. Hunt has 15 sacks on the season, which we said in the pregame, and leads the team in tackles.
And he came up with the football in his hand. But like I said at the beginning of the game, and you were about to say it before we went to break, you win and lose in these trenches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that up front pressure.
Oh, we got a flag. They saw somebody move. Bring us back to almost the original line of scrimmage, Abe. I think that's the 3rd penalty on this drive, though.
But what's happening to the Sharks right now is
Coach Johns is not happy. You can see him right there on the camera. He's like, "Come on, fellas, let's clean this up. We talked about this."
You know, they have this momentum going, and then is ruined by penalties that's backing them up.
That's just a quick screen to Brady Nolan off the jet fake, but I believe the Warriors sniffed that out. Hoyt had to throw it pretty much in the ground, because if he would have thrown it to Nolan, it would have been picked.
Might not realize it right now, but the Warriors being aggressive, especially up front on their front line, and they gave a lot of pressure to where the quarterback really had to get the ball out of his hand quickly because they were already there in his face.
Well, it's 3rd down, and they're going to go pretty much the 2 plays that got him, and they are stacked over there. They may go backside here. Let's find out.
I mean, they sit in a house.
Oh, he's got some room. He had some room, just ran out of real estate. But it will bring up 4th down, and you're right at the 50. I think he's going to leave his offense out there and say, hey, we're going to run this same play one more time.
Well, it looked like the Warriors brought everything up. The safety was 5 yards from the defensive line. They sit in a house.
Yeah, they shifted everybody down. Yeah, he's going to count on the spot, but it looks like he's over the line from this point. And
see where the referees put it.
Both of them have him over the initial spot, but looks like it is going to be a Shark 1st down. Yep, signaled already. Those are 2 big runs.
And you got to give credit to the Nature Coast offensive line for getting that initial push to where Cromer is able to come around the outside and make some extra yards after contact.
They do have Hoyt back under center. Ball came, we had a helmet right on the ball, popped out, and it looked like it's recovered by the Sharks. Allen Ho looked like he got his own ball. It's actually recovered by an offensive lineman. Andrew Williams, number 62, the guard for the Sharks, in the right place at the right time, keeping their drive alive. What do you think we're doing here?
Coming in stacked again. Direct snap to the fullback. He finds the hole. And he's still moving. And it's taking 3 or 4 Warriors to bring him down after the 1st down.
Check out this replay. They have done nothing but go to the strong side each and every play. This time everybody sneaks in behind the center. And look at this, 1, 2, 3 blockers, and he's just going to drag this guy and that guy there for about 5 or 6 more yards. They're going to stay in this set.
They go to the right side. He's looking for a hole. He hits the hole.
Gravio Rios downfield blocking, getting into his defender, running his feet. 15 yards downfield. It's going to be second and short, Abe.
If it's work.
Yeah, don't go away from it.
He looked like he got through forward for the first down. Depends on the spot of the referee.
Yeah, that was Antonio Hunt and Cromer meeting at each other. I'm telling you, those two fellas are
and it's a first
big
down.
fellas, and they've met at each other. But it's probably not the last time they meet, but it is a first down, Abe. And they're going to stay in this formation.
Cromer follows his block.
That's a hard play to stop. I mean, you got all the big offensive linemen right there. You got three upbacks that know what they're doing. And Cromer's 6'2", 235. I mean, that's a lot of meat coming one way. Great first down play, and it's been a good play for them. They're averaging over 9 yards a carry. But the Warriors keep subbing in big defensive linemen to try to slow them down.
So like I said, right now, this game is being won in the trenches. Nature Coast is pretty much stacking the line and then stacking the running backs behind him. Cromer is just following his blocks and being patient with his run. And once he makes that initial contact, he's using his legs to get those extra yards.
Yeah. They gave Cromer a play off there and let him just be a lead blocker.
And that tackle was made by number 19, Takara Johnson.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 5, and I'm sure you're in, most likely two down territory here. But you can see they go back. They flip the up back to the other side here. Oh, they got the sideline. He's got the side. Oh,
the ball comes out.
He did drop the ball when he was running. No defender in sight. Just switching hands.
Now we're going to see who comes up with it. This is a big play.
Check out our camera feed. He is on. Look at that. He is in the play. They're talking. First down, Sharks. Another big-time fumble recovery.
Cromer just caught a big break.
Yeah. Well, he was ready for the end zone. And they're going to give it back to him.
He goes to the right side. He hurdles like one guy. He's still pounding. He's still moving. And he looks like he's in the end zone.
Check out this individual effort. Check this out. We're going to see on the recovery room instant replay. He gets the direct snap. He's going to run. He sees the sideline right here. He's going to hurdle the low tackle. He's going to keep his feet moving at the 5, the 4, the shoulder, the reach. And he's in the end zone. He is in the end zone.
So what Cromer basically did just now is what we try to tell most players. Let that play, that memory be very short. He forgot about that play where he almost fumbled the ball and it got away from him, and then he came back with a big run, and he stuck with that run and stretched his arm out, to cross the pylon for a touchdown for the Sharks. And the extra point looks like it's good.
Meliker was good, but we saw him kick off before, so he probably could have made it from the 20 yards. Let's take a message from our sponsors.
Play football, you develop this mentality that you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Abe, we are back after that awesome. Oh, we got a penalty on the field. But here it is again. Here it is. It's worthy of another shot. The hurdle, the missed tackle, the shoulder down, the lunge into the end zone. Pretty exciting play. And before that, did you see the cameraman, the view, and also the touchdown? I feel like he was right there in it. Kudos to John McMurdo, our on-field cameraman.
I thought Cromer was going to run into the living room the way he hurdled and dove for the pylon.
He might make a mess in that living room if he comes through those TV.
So Nature Coast was able to score on their first drive, which had quite a few penalties. Zephyr Hill's drive, was stalled, but they had some nice run, nice passes. So let's see what the Warriors come out with.
Abe, I was excited to see if Langley, number 1, the wide receiver who made that big catch in the first drive, is out there, and here he is.
And they're going 4 wides. Shotgun formation, Siegel back. Quick handoff to the fullback. He runs around the right side. He got room, picks up about 8 yards on the carry.
It's Antonio Hunt on the carry. Big, strong run. Just a big back with good speed. Strong first down, 8 yards.
We're watching this game early, and it seemed like both teams have their athletes going both ways. So the third and fourth quarter is going to be a challenge to see who has that energy to push this game through.
Which team is more conditioned?
Warriors come out in a 4-wide set again. Motion left. Another handoff to the fullback. Looks like he picked up the first down on that carry.
Yeah, the Sharks had a high and a low tackle on that because he runs hard. Hunt runs hard. But it'll be a first down.
So right now what we're seeing is it's the battle in the trenches, and right now it's the battle of the fullbacks for both teams.
Yeah, because they both go both ways, offense and defense. But we spoke about Langley, number 1 for the Warriors. Jazeer Harvin is the freshman corner that's responsible for catching him. Let's take a quick break and see some Moses.
Play football, you develop this mentality that you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Abe, we are back. We're going to start the second quarter with the Sharks winning 7-0.
Sharks ate up the majority of that first quarter after Zephyr Hills moved down the field, but later stalled out and turned the ball over to the Sharks. The Sharks' first few series were going back and forth with penalties, but later they were able to establish the run, with their fullback Cromer, who later started driving down the field and also giving their offense some momentum. because he was hitting the hole and that got the guys going and playing, and then Cromer made a nice run at the end to seal the deal.
And he put a lot of life into his teammates, and now they need something else on the defensive side of the ball. But it is 1st down and 10.
Quick handoff to the fullback again.
Yeah, he's going to be stalled at the line of scrimmage, but he hits that hole so fast. But you spoke about the offensive and defensive linemen battle in the trenches, and right now the Sharks seem to be edging that one out with Rios in there, and looked like Murray in there, stopping the big back. The Warriors do a lot of motion. They did the orbit motion, bringing the wide receiver behind the fullback. I'm going to pay attention to that to see if they end up giving him the ball. What can that young man do with it? Sternov is going to be in the gun. Big stiff arm by Felder, but it was not enough because Carlos Mendez was able to bring him down for a tackle for loss. A big defensive spark that we were just talking about, which bring up 3rd down and about 14 for the Warriors.
The Sharks defense is pretty much playing with some power today. They're not trying to be on the field long. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get off the field. Absolutely. Let the offense do all the work and make the long drives. Defense is trying to get in and get out.
Yeah, and last time they were in that situation, they did a wheel route to the back, but we know number 5 and number 1, Langley and EJ, are both very talented receivers. So we'll see what the Warriors and quarterback Parker have to do with this.
And they're back in the 4 wide set. Looked like a penalty flag. Looks like the right tackle backed up a little early.
Yeah, he had a little head start on that protection, but when you know they're coming, the defense is coming, and it's a passing situation, sometimes it's hard not to get a little early jump.
And it looks like what's happening is the Sharks are rotating their defensive linemen in and out, keeping fresh legs, to attack this offense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Looks like they might have we got Brady Nolan jogging off the field. Talon Poole coming in. All right, they started the clock again.
Well, I thank each and every one of you for tuning in to Gulf Coast Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe, send us a like, chat with us. Pass in the air.
Knocked down, good coverage. We did have some flags. That was number 12 on the deflection, Connor Riggins. But 2 different flags come in the same area.
And that pass was intended for number 5, E.J. Allen Jr. of the Warriors.
They're going to have pass interference on the Sharks here. That's a big penalty. It's a big penalty on a very important 3rd down and long.
It's going to be about 9 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So, Dave, today, do we have our Glory Day MVP?
Well, we will have a Glory Days player of the game, and I can't wait to see who it is. But that winner will get a Glory Days gift certificate to enjoy some food, and they're going to get a T-shirt from us, GCSN Sports Network, and it's a really awesome thing. But this is not an automatic first down. A few years ago, that would have been an automatic first down, but today it's 3rd and
it's about
6,
7,
8,
yeah, something like that.
3rd and manageable, I know that. Where before it was 3rd and long.
The Warriors come out with trips to the right, single receiver on the left side of the field. Quarterback drop back. Pumps. Interception by the Sharks. Number 35. He's still moving.
That's Talon Poole on the interception. Check out the replay we have coming up in just a moment. Poole came in for Brady Nolan, and 2 plays later, he reads the eyes of the quarterback, steps in front of the receiver right there, and able to catch and run. Big play for the Sharks defense.
It looked like the Warriors was trying to hit Langley, but the quarterback threw the ball behind Langley, and it was able to be intercepted.
Big first down here for the Sharks in great territory. It looks like they're going to run the direct snap play to Cromer, because when you're averaging 8.2 yards a carry, it seems to work.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
He keeps it nice and tight to his blockers, able to pick up a good solid 8. But they do bring in Hoyt, which usually means they're going under center and letting Cromer block for Allen Ho.
Sharks got twins to the left. The quarterback drops back, puts the ball up in the air. One man. Oh!
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty there. That was Tyler Gonzalez. They're trying to get the ball to Tyler Gonzalez, who's emerged late in this season. But that was a great play action. You know, I told you it was probably going to be a run to Ho, and that's exactly what the defense thought. They set it up. They throw the ball deep. Great ball by Hoyt. I mean, that was a great ball. Hit the helmet of the defender. I believe there was a little bit of contact, and that's going to be a first down. They're going to bring him all the way down.
And it was a beautiful pass. He had a nice touch on that pass.
Yeah, and Tyler made a couple really big catches for him against IMG, contested catches as well.
So tonight we won't have the senior spotlight, but
What
I
will
believe
we have?
Will Wilkie put together a highlight to remember of the 2022 season for you to watch.
Well, and we've seen some big plays this whole season, already this quarter as well, but I'm excited to see that highlight film myself. There's Cromer. Oh, well, they called him down right there. Looked like he might have had his knee still up, but it's still a solid run for first down. You know, if you're a Warrior defender, you got to be asking yourself, what do we got to do to bring this fella down?
Hit low, wrap up, and gang tackle.
Well, they went low earlier, and he hurdled them. And you don't want to go high.
What's happening is the Warriors are being overpowered on this front line, especially when they have the back stack. And Cromer is being patient with letting the hole develop. He's not immediately hitting the hole. He's waiting till the hole develop, and then that's when he's hitting through like a cannon.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting better as the season goes on because he is more patient. Just finding his offensive lineman, getting right behind him and falling forward. But it's third and just a couple.
Still running patient. Run patient and then bring power. Patience and power get you there every time.
Well, he's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the touchdown, but it is indeed a first down, and the Sharks have really controlled the clock and the line of scrimmage.
And he walks in for the touchdown for the Sharks.
He does walk in. Now, he's done a lot of work for the Sharks, offense and defensively, so he may need a breather. I saw him running down the field on kickoff return or kickoff to start the game as well. All set up by the defensive interception from Mr. Talon Poole.
And like I said before, you know, we got to give credit to the offensive line and those running backs that are pushing that hole. And with Cromer being patient
Yeah, it looks like we got some penalties going on after the touchdown, but he has signaled it is a touchdown, and it's going to stand. But those personal fouls are something you can control, and Coach John's not going to be happy about that. But we have our kicker for the Sharks, Melliker. Another penalty. Offsides on the defense. Lined up over the line of scrimmage. Gonna move him a little bit closer. It appears the Sharks are still gonna kick it.
Ball's up. And the kick is good. Which brings us in the second quarter. 14-0 your Sharks with 7 minutes 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
Navy SEAL veteran and endurance athlete Don Mann pushed his body to the limit and tried regenerative medicine when all other options failed.
It's unbelievable. I just assumed I was going to be in pain forever. And I've been in pain since the 80s. Now I'm running and riding a bicycle faster than I have in 7 years. Even my vision is better. I'm 100% pain-free right now. And I don't take any medications.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for regenerative treatment.
All right, Abe, we are back getting ready for a kickoff. They have backed up the Sharks due to the penalty. Looks like the kicker and the coach are going to have a quick conversation. Haven't seen that before. But he's lining up for his deep approach. Like to see him kick it hard. Yeah, just going to kick it out of bounds. They'll get the ball with favorable starting position. I'm sure Coach Johns is speaking with his team and reminding them that those penalties are not a part of the game. And when you're up by 14 points, you don't want to give them any opportunities. Look like they're going to make them re-kick it. Instead of taking the favorable spot, they want the re-kick, Abe. Check out the views from our camera crew. He's right there at the kickoff mark. Caden Melliker to kick again from his own 25-yard line. I see the return man talking, pointing, almost as if there's a reverse setup.
We're going to see if you call it. Let's see. Squib kick.
It's live.
Number 13 was able to jump on top of it.
That's Brody.
That's Kaylee Brody.
Yeah, he didn't get it clean, but he's able to hustle back and recover the ball. And they're going to have the ball over their 45-yard line, which the Warriors have shown flashes of success on offense. The first drive stalled because of a penalty. Second drive, there was an interception. But you can see some of these Sharks jerseys are two different colors. we have the fresh, and we have the exhausted. Some of these guys going two ways. It's a lot of work.
Zephyr Hill's coming back in that stack formation. Motion to the right. Quarterback gives it back, number 7. Number 12 stayed home for the Sharks and made an amazing play by staying home.
That's Connor Riggins again. That's his second opportunity they've came to him, and he's sealed them both so far. Does that count as my reverse?
That counts as your reverse.
Okay.
I give you that as your reverse. We didn't say when that reversal happened, but it happened.
I was 40 seconds early. But it is going to be second down and 20. Now, Coach John said in his coaching tips that they wanted to play with this secondary against this passing offense, and they've done a pretty nice job, just like he said they were going to do. Oh,
ball's tipped around by the Sharks defense.
Yeah, they broke on that ball, and one person tips it and the other guy's trying to get it. You know, that's a drill you do from the beginning, tip drill anytime you're in the secondary. And Allen Holt almost came down with it.
Now, with a game like this that we'll talk about pretty much as in a playoff run. You start meeting teams you've never met before, and that's where you got to do your film work, trying to figure out, what can you do against that team, and, what's the best game plan and strategy that happens. So the Sharks right now are getting an opportunity to truly prepare for the playoffs because they don't know who they'll play, but it'll be teams they don't see all the time.
Yeah, and we saw what they did here. Their standard attack was with, Hoyt under center, and then they moved Cromer to under center just to combat the defense that they were looking at, and they went with a heavy look, which put a few more linemen on, and they noticed it was working better, and they went to that. But I'm sure they'll try to establish Hoyt between now and the rest of the game, and Hoyt did throw a couple of nice passes, so I'm sure they're going to try to get him established as well.
The Warriors come back in that 4-receiver set. Quarterback drops back, puts the ball in the air.
Yeah, just missed.
Intended for number 2.
That's Deuce Cook that they're trying to get the ball to Deuce, and just a little low and outside. Good coverage by the safety or the corner over there for the Sharks. But it's going to be 4th and 20, and they are definitely going to punt this ball with 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the half.
The Warriors, had a great game plan coming out, but it seems like they went away from it when the Sharks made a few good plays, but it was working.
Yeah, they were throwing the ball around. They had some nice look, but right now they're talking, hey, I got 2 receivers over here. Coach John saw it and said, hey, we got to cover this. So he's going to call a timeout right now. And we, too, we're going to take a timeout. How about we go see the scoreboard? Always good, Abe, to see the the McMurdo Family Vision regional scoreboard to see how the local teams are doing each Friday night. But it still is 4th down. They are lined up in a maybe kick situation. Usually your kicker's a little deeper than 10 yards.
Nice high punt. Nice bounce. Looked like it went out at about the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't know that I've seen the punter hold it, run it to almost the original line of scrimmage, and then kick it. But it worked for the Warriors on that play.
He almost had enough room for a first down if he would have ran it.
Yeah.
I think he's seen some daylight over there.
Yeah. He probably kicked it at the last moment. Coach told me to kick it. I got to kick it.
Right. But, he ran it to the sideline. Coach, I could have ran that. I could have got a first down for us.
Hey, in 6 minutes and 5 seconds, we'll have halftime. And in that halftime, you guys are going to check out our top 2022 football highlights from this season. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be about 8 minutes long. And there's going to be touchdowns and hard hits and interceptions and just some great plays. Hope you guys can check it out for us. Tune in at halftime.
I'm going to make sure I check it out because we were a part of watching some of those highlights, especially on our replay.
Absolutely. Oh.
The ball's still bouncing.
Oh, man, that was a wild play. It was a fake jet. He pulled it down for a tailback screen.
And it looked like the Warriors may have it.
It looked like an interception, and then Cromer took it away, and then it was a drop ball.
And now a flag on the play.
Yeah. Yeah, that white hat threw that flag pretty high. All right, so they're calling a delay of game on the defense because he was laying on the ball. That's going to be a few more yards on that interception or that incomplete pass.
We talked earlier about how, getting ready to do your playoff run, you got to minimize penalties.
That looks like 12 men.
Cromer up the middle. Cromer got a hole, picks up about 10 yards on that carry, gives them a first down for the Sharks at the 40.
Yeah, that looks like so many fellas on the line of scrimmage. I mean, they are right next to each other. Usually you see them spread out, and in this offense, it just looks like they don't end. So many blockers, and then a big back.
And that's that patient run. Another hard run.
Yeah.
Picks up another first down.
He is he's just running behind his.
And it looks like it's a fumble.
Oh, they're calling a fumble.
And they signal for the Warriors to have the ball.
They did signal fumble and first down for the Warriors. Cromer was just kind of following his line of blockers. Ball must have came out. It'll be a first down for the Warriors.
So it looked like the Warriors were scrapping and ripped the ball from Cromer.
All right, some new life for the Warriors offense. It's a chance to change some momentum right now. If they can take care of it.
Number 4 comes to the outside with some speed. He turns the corner, and he is in the end zone for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Just that quick.
No, there's a penalty down there. Number 1, Evan Falkingham got held right at the line of scrimmage. They had him by the jersey, outside of the jersey. So that will negate the big, long touchdown. Look like at the 31-yard line. Is where the hold happened, right in front of Coach Johns.
Well, with the burst of number 4, the way he just ran that ball, I'm coming back to him.
Absolutely. And we said right before the snap, this is the chance for Zephyr Hills to take some momentum. The big back fumbled the ball. Let's punch it in the end zone, get the game close. But the hold will negate the touchdown, and it'll back them up. Still first down. It'll be about 1st and 5, Abe.
The Warriors coach, offensive coordinator, should that same play to the left side of the field and go the opposite way.
Well, 4 is still out there. That is Felder.
Because the way Felder just ran, he's running like he has a purpose.
And now he wants that ball back because he was pretty excited when he got in the end zone.
Tried to go straight handoff to Felder. He picked up a yard or two.
It's going to be about 2nd and 4.5.
But Felder seems like he's an outside runner.
He does. Where the Hunt, Antonio Hunt, he's the between the tackles guy, the bruiser, if you will. But yeah, I think you're right, Abe. I think he's the outside fella.
With the speed and the way he turned that corner,
yeah,
I'm gonna get him to the outside.
But they're going
back to the 4 wide. So what they're trying to do is spread out the Sharks, spread the Sharks defense out. Drop back pass, balls in the air.
Allen Ho almost got it.
A pass, flag on the play.
Yeah, Allen Ho almost got it. We spoke earlier about the injury to Carlos Rodriguez, which gives some opportunity for the freshman, Jair Harvin, to come out and play. And that looks like he's over on that side playing some defense. But it looks like this penalty is going to be pass interference on the Sharks. It's going to give, that'll be a first down. Well, that has been one of their better plays, throwing the ball deep, because they've gotten 2 pass interference and a big catch. But they've also had an interception, so they're...
Warriors come back out 4 wides. Shotgun formation.
2 safeties this time by the Sharks.
Handoff to number 4. It looks like he picks up a yard on the play.
Cromer wasn't the first guy on the tackle, but he was the last guy. Looked like Trenton Hayes was in on that tackle as well. All right, we got 2nd and 10, Abe. As the clock just continues to tick down. 350, around 350, just ticking away.
And I can't say, make sure you watch that halftime highlight of the top 2022 plays. You don't want to miss it. You might want to tell one of your friends to subscribe and make sure they turn on YouTube and watch this. And it's a caught ball in the end zone by number 5 for the Warriors, E.J. Allen Jr.
On the recovery, you're going to see Evan Falkingham right there, just gets behind him. He gets his head around and makes a play on the ball, but that's strong hands by Allen. But we have another penalty. If the same guy gets the same penalty for unsportsmanlike, he will be done early for the night. But I don't have the numbers on those penalties, so I don't know who they are. But it is a touchdown for the Warriors. It is a touchdown for the Warriors. All right, so the touchdown is good. They look like they're going to go for 2 here. They got Antonio Hunt in the backfield.
Looks like the Warriors are going to go for 2. Come out with 4 wides again. Motion right.
Yeah, so they motion that the slot receiver to clear out some room for the outside receiver to do a slant, and the ball was just off target. So it's going to remain 14-6.
DSW, I went through the American Legion, and
we're going to get ready to go to a
commercial.
commercial.
They couldn't help me, and I got in touch with Chris, and he got right to work on it. And I'd say within a
How much
year,
time?
I had 100% disability.
All right, so it's 14-6, 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
This game is far from over, Dave.
Well, we haven't seen the kicking game from the Warriors yet, so because they chose not to kick there. So you may see the squib, you may see the onside, you may see the deep kick. They got 3 guys back there for the Sharks, so they must have seen it on film. But there was another unsportsmanlike, and they are going to be kicking from their 25, which with 3 minutes and 27 seconds, you're probably going to try to punch one in if you are the Sharks.
But like I say, here we are in the second quarter, 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. Nature Coast 14, Zephyr Hills 6. This game is far from over because we've seen Zephyr Hills strike deep.
Yeah.
And we also seen a spark of number 4 come around the outside. So, you know what? Remember when I said when that third and fourth quarter comes, depending on, the conditioning of these players, it goes to number 2, Cromer. He fair catches it. So it goes to one of them points to where what team wants it more.
Who's better conditioned?
Right, who's been cheating all season with the conditioning. You know what? Because at the end it's going to tell, especially when you got a tough game on the line, and getting ready for the playoffs. So the coaches have a balanced challenge. And what I mean by that is one of these situations is, listen, this is a non-district game. We got to make sure we get out of here healthy. All the guys, are good to go the next following weeks for the playoffs. We don't want any injuries or anybody going down, but we still want to win the game.
Absolutely.
Cromer hits the hole hard for about 9 yards on the carry.
He did have 2 hands on the ball that time.
He got a little energy burst.
Yep.
He's been playing both sides of the ball.
And the clock's still running, but they are not huddling. They're just going to the line of scrimmage.
So it seemed like the Sharks say, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and they're going to go right back to it. Looks like a first down.
Yep.
And not only is he going back to it, but this is also a confidence builder back in Cromer for that fumble, where Zephyr Hills was able to get the ball and drive down the field and score.
And check out the video footage here by our guys as they get up close and personal, as Coach Johns calls a timeout just to get some water in his fellas, get the right play.
It's one of those situations to where, a player's tired, but when you have true athletes on the field, they don't want to come off.
Yeah.
Sometimes coaches got to try to drag them off the field, but them guys like, Coach, I want to be in there. I want to be a part. I want to be in here for my team. But sometimes you got to take that break, and it's a mental break as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta rest up every now and then, especially big fella like that. But as I watch him walk around, his ankles seem a little tender right now. He might have taken a shot. He's been taking a lot of hits. He will not be in on this next play as he goes to the sideline to get a little extra break. But you're up 14-6, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. But they have Alan Ho take it. It looks like Alan Ho's going to take the direct snap, and he is the speedster for their team.
Direct snap to him.
Yep, there goes the speed. A little more lateral.
He picked up about a yard on that play. That play developed very well, and it developed with some speed, but the speed of the Warriors were able to close down, and then he doesn't have that power that Cromer has to push forward. So their small corner was able to get his hands on him and throw him down immediately.
Yeah, Ho does a really nice job of moving laterally, but looks like they're bringing Hoy back in, and Hoy's eager to show you guys what he can throw.
And Cromer's back in.
I see Tyler Gonzalez out wide. Real wide. Look how far away he is.
He looked like trying to sneak in a slant.
Yeah.
Quarterback keeps it.
Yeah. Hoy averages about 8.5 yards per carry on this season. But it is 1 minute and 36 seconds to go in this contest for the first half. Looks like Cromer's going to be right back there in the quarterback position.
Once again, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. But hey, make sure you tell a friend. Halftime, the top 2022 highlights. You do not want to miss them.
Yeah, we've seen some great catches, some big time runs, some hard hits, some awesome plays to check out. Appreciate the talent of the local area athletes. Well, we know the kicker for the Sharks, Caden Melliker, can kick the ball, so they may consider a field goal if they run out of time here. But Coach Johns is definitely thinking of getting in the end zone first. The Warriors have done a pretty nice job of keeping the Sharks in front.
Another handoff to Cromer. He gets the first down for the Sharks.
He does get the first down. And I notice a lot of offensive linemen, 7, 8 yards downfield blocking for Cromer.
I'm telling you how excited I am to see this 2022 highlight because, some of them plays we got excited in the booth for, as these kids were, making remarkable plays. One play I'm going to be looking for is I can remember one game where the kid caught it over his shoulder in a basket. Not sure if that made the highlight, but that was a great highlight. We seen some ESPN type plays this season, and guess what? Gulf Coast Sports Network was able to catch it because we have one of the best film crews in the area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top notch.
Yeah, they had some 50-50 balls that they were able to see. It's going to be a good one. But we're in under 50 seconds to go in this half.
And the countdown is on. I got to get my popcorn ready because I'm ready to sit back and just enjoy it. And if I know Will worked very hard, probably some long hours, probably while we were sleeping, to make this moment for these kids to watch and get the opportunity to see some highlights. Because I'm quite sure they'll sit in front of their TV, talk about, I hope my play made it, trying to see what plays made it.
It was a 5-yard penalty on the Sharks. 30-some seconds to play.
Quarterback drops back.
Uh-oh. All right.
He was hit as he threw the ball.
Yeah, he wanted to go to his first read. It wasn't there. So he went to his third read and kind of got hit when he threw the ball. But he's shaking off his arm right now. 21 seconds to go in the half. We are at the third down, just outside the 30-yard line.
I would just take a knee, take my guys into halftime, talk to them, get them prepared, for the third quarter.
Oh, they're keeping him in bounds with 10 seconds to go. Check out the replay here with this catch and run. That's Tyler Gonzalez on the catch, trying to get out of bounds or downfield, whichever one he can get. That's a strong run, and they just keep him in bounds.
But he really only picked up a yard or 2 yards on that play.
I believe they're going to have a penalty for an illegal man downfield as well.
Which hurts that play as well.
Yeah.
Take a knee, take it into halftime. You're on top, 14-6. Prepared because I believe the Sharks to get the ball in the second half, correct?
I believe.
Because Zephyr Hills had the ball first. But the Sharks are still trying to,
pass to Falkingham.
And that's going to be the end of the half.
Yep, he got out of bounds, but it was just as the half has expired. We're going to send it to Will Wilkie, who's going to take you guys through the halftime and hopefully those highlights to come.
Got my popcorn.
Thank you, Abe and Dave. Great job on that first half call. Welcome to GCSN at the Half. I'm Will Wilkie, and I'll be taking you through all of our halftime content. When we come back from a quick break, we'll get things going with our top plays of 2022 highlight reel, featuring all the top talent and plays from around the region. And we'll bring that to you right after this.
Navy SEAL veteran and endurance athlete Don Mann pushed his body to the limit and tried regenerative medicine when all other options failed.
It's unbelievable. I just assumed I was going to be in pain forever. And I've been in pain since the 80s. Now I'm running and riding a bicycle faster than I have in 7 years. Even my vision is better. I'm 100% pain-free right now. And I don't take any medications.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for regenerative treatment.
That latest message brought to you by Morningshire Market. Check them out on Etsy. Use code GCSN22 to save 15% off your order. Certainly check them out. They don't just have football gear. They've got baseball, softball, anything you can think of under the sun. Customized jewelry and gifts for you. Support that local business. But now we're at halftime, and it's time for the top plays of 2022.
He is going to try to throw the ball. He does go deep. He has the receiver, number 1, Falkland, and he will make it into the end zone. Touchdown. First down. Hand it to him again. Nice cut. Makes one miss, another miss, and dragging him over midfield
for the year. So who will be that special MVP? Ooh, nice run to the outside. He's still moving. He's down the field. And he's finally brought down.
Well, that was...
Quarterback drops back. Interception by the Leopards defense.
You got one guy to beat.
He's gone. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. To the 10. And it's touchdown Leopards.
That's Rodarius Wilson on the interception. Pick 6.
He does step back to pass. Ball in the air. Caught over the middle and hit very hard, but held on to.
Pass from McManus going deep in the corner. Looks like
got it.
Nice catch.
Kick it from. And ball is up. It has enough leg, and it is good.
Big hitch pass. He finds some room. Number 4 is going down the field. Looks like he's going to be in the end zone. First play of the game for the Eagles.
That's Connor McCasio.
Oh, he gets the direct snap. And there goes the speed. And he's off to the races again. Down that far side. Down to the 20. And...
Oh, he's going to fake it. He's going to fake it.
He got a block. He got a block. He's still moving.
Wow.
There's a first down.
Horvath.
Screen.
Little screen. There. That's Williams. He's going. Touchdown.
Out of the shotgun, stepping back, taking a shot. Deep ball. And it is caught.
That's
number 10, CJ Gresser. GCSN 2022.
Great catch.
For 50% off.
Great catch.
And down. Snap, hand up goes to Walker right up the middle, breaks the tackle, shoots. He's up to the 20. Nice cutback to the stiff arm and a touchdown.
And he does.
It's up. And it's good.
It's good.
And it's Steve getting into the end zone, and he does.
Quarterback drop. He puts the ball high in the air.
Number 4 makes a nice grab for the Royal Knights.
Nice grab.
Running back next to him. And just leap.
Number 6.
Hit hard.
Snap. Goes across the middle. Oh, wide open. There he goes. He's down at the 35, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hornets.
Trips to the left. Hand off again. He dances around the outside. He sees a seam. And he finds the end zone. That's number 4. Connor Macazio.
Back gets the up. Puts the ball in the air. Number 6 out deep. And it's touchdown number 6 for the Knights.
That's late.
Jason Atkinson.
Jordan goes to the left. He's getting the pressure. Fires it out to the other. Bergantino. He gets up to about the 20-yard line. He's standing tall.
Well, yeah, because they had a short field. And they came out with 3 on that.
Another handoff to number 20. Number 20 cuts back. He cuts back to the outside, and he's in the end zone for the Royal Knights. Number 20.
Jaden Johnson in motion. There's the throw wide to Williams. He's down the sidelines.
Wise. Quarterback keeps on the draw. He goes straight up the middle. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. It's a foot race. He's in the 10. He's in the end zone, ladies and gentlemen, for the Royal Knights.
That's Logan Howard, the senior spotlight.
Goes to the outside. Quarterback drops back. Passes in the air. And he makes a catch. That's number 13.
3rd and 8.
The dump.
Fix it.
Intercepted. And he's going to the room. We talked about that room.
There you go. And he is gone.
Keeps it.
We got a guy. Got a guy.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Great catch.
Zachary Phillips.
Because they ended up going for 2. Let's see how he does here.
Ball's weight. It's down. It's up. And it's good.
Worth 3 points.
Wins to the right. Single receiver to the left. A little motion. Quarterback keep. Throws the ball down the field. Nice catch. Still a draw play.
Oh, the quarterback keeps it. Quarterback keeps it.
And he is in the end zone.
Trying to roll to the left. Pressure again. There it goes.
Wow. Playing with some emotion there.
Quarterback rolls to the left.
That's all right. He's going to make that catch.
Quarterback drops back. Pressure.
Big hit.
By number 11 for the Leopards, that's going to be Kason Williamson.
Oh, and he got daylight.
Keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's at 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Connor Macazio again.
Just back to that. Got pressure on the left. And it's picked off. Isaiah Riggins. Touchdown, Bulls.
Another quick handoff. Looks like he got a first down. Look like he got some moves. He's down the sideline. He's pulling away to the 5. He's in the end zone for the Hurricanes.
Check. That's DeLonzo Washington.
Corner slips back, looks to the left. Got a man wide open over the middle. Oh,
big hit.
Like, they're coming up with the blitz.
Yeah, they timed that perfectly.
Brown goes to the outside. Oh, he breaks the tackle. He's going down to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Wiregrass.
In the center. Quick pass. Tip, and it's intercepted. Caught, and it's touchdown.
Nice
Number
job.
22 for the Royal Knights.
That's Tyler Jensen.
Quarterback drops back again. Steps up, put
Ball's
the ball
up.
in the air. Number 1 has it. Looks like he has the first down.
Great catch by Gainer.
Hands because he has the high hands right now.
He's got one-on-one coverage right now. One-on-one coverage right now.
And it's in that area code. And he's brought down out of bounds. And he has the first.
Man, kicking up. Plenty of legs. That is good.
Jordan to the right. Oh,
yes.
Taken down by Matthew Frazier.
Quarterback drops back, puts the ball in the air, and is caught by number 1 for a Panther touchdown.
Darius Gainer again.
We go back. the ball in the air. Wide open, number 13 with a nice grab.
Wow. Defender steps back. He's it over to the right. Oh, he's got his man. The defender fell down. Nice catch.
And surveying the field, looking that way. Flushed out of the pocket, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback draws back, push the ball up. Intercepted by the Leopards.
Nice, intercepted.
How well they're doing tonight, which they're doing a great job. There's a break on the outside, number 1. He's still moving down the field. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He is in the end zone.
Looking for somebody over the middle, and he's able to catch it off the tip. Number 11, Tyler Smith, into the end zone.
And that's just a little taste of the wonderful talent we have around the region. Those were our top plays for 2022. We hope you enjoyed that. We'll be posting the abbreviated version onto Twitter sometime within the next week or so, because we're going to certainly include some highlights from tonight's game. And the full extended version you can find on our Facebook page. So go ahead, look for us on Facebook and follow us. Follow us on Twitter as well, at GCSN Broadcast. We got a lot of great content for you. You don't want to miss any of that. We're going to take one more quick break, and we'll come back with field commentator John McMurdo and Nature Coast Athletic Director Emily Gore. We'll be back right after this.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Again, we hope you enjoyed our top plays for 2022, but for now, we've got a great game going on here that'll have some highlights on their own. But for now, let's send it down to field commentator John McMurdo. John?
Thanks, Will. I'm here with Emily Gore, the athletic director from Nature Coast. And first, I'd like to congratulate you on the district championship for the football team. Thanks. Is there anything you'd like to say about the team so far this year?
No, they've had a phenomenal season, and district champions. We'll find out playoff bracket first thing Sunday morning. So we're hoping for a home playoff game. So congrats to them. We've got some great coaches that truly work very hard for our kids, and all our fall sports have done a pretty good job.
Well, that's excellent. We're excited, and we'll stay tuned to see when the schedule comes out. And good luck to them the rest of the way. And speaking about fall and winters, what would you like to say about the programs coming forward?
Yeah, well, fall sports, first of all, still going. Our swim team has regionals tomorrow. We've got 18 swimmers at regionals. And our girls swim team has had the best season in school history. They had a number 2 finish at ZCA, the GC8 conference swim meet. And then they were district runner-up, and we've had a couple kids set some school records this year. So our swim team is really on the rise. Girls golf, 9th year in a row at regionals.
That's awesome.
We've got our great junior golfer, Miranda Hernandez. She's at states again this year. She was the individual district champion. She's had a great year. She's had 3 great years. And then, of course, winter sports kicking off. We host girls soccer on Monday, girls and boys soccer, girls weightlifting. They're all looking to be repeat district champions again this year.
That's great. Well, I don't know how you keep track of all of that, but a lot of great success, which is a reflection on you and the school, and congratulations. And with football just winding down, we got a whole nother sports slate getting ready to go here. So
Absolutely.
We want to wish you good luck the rest of the way, and thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us.
Absolutely. We got a lot of great kids, so
excellent.
It's a good place to be.
All right, Will, back up to you. Thank you.
Thank you, John, for that report. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and get caught up on all of the regional action with the McMurdo Family Vision Regional Scoreboard. Then we'll kick it back up to Abe and Dave to take us home with the second half call. We'll be back right after this.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
So we hope you enjoyed our content here on GCSN at the Half. Again, thank you to Coach Johns and Athletic Director Emily Gore. Please toss a like our way on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. It's free for you, but it helps us out. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Again, you can find that extended version of the top plays of 2022 on our Facebook page probably within the next week or so. So go ahead and give us a follow so you don't miss that. And, of course, we've got the game highlights and the players of the game as well on Twitter, so you don't want to miss out on any of that additional content. We appreciate your viewership and your support. So let's take a look in at the regional scoreboard before we send it back to Abe and Dave for the second half. And that's going to do it here for GCSN at the Half. We'll take it up to the booth for Abe and Dave to take us home.
Abe, did you see some of those highlights? I mean, we had passes, we had quarterback-designed runs, we had interceptions and sacks, we had running backs running 100 miles an hour, we had some big hits. I'm telling you, that highlight film was phenomenal. And there's going to be an abbreviated version of it on Twitter and a full live one on Facebook. So check us out, guys. That was some interesting plays. I heard your name once or twice in there.
OMG. I mean, I'm going to have to get with Will because I was excited watching the highlights as I was calling some of the highlights because, we were able to catch some of those highlights, as they were developing. So, I'm sitting here listening. I'm like, oh, my God, that's it. That's that play. He's going. Oh, my God, he's going,
And you and I, we've seen the game a little bit, so we can kind of see the coaches trying to get mismatches and what routes are open because we can see it from up here develop. And it's always nice to see like the corners, the receivers catch that corner route or the running back make the guy miss and just keep running. And some of those plays were like 80-yard plays. I got tired watching them.
Listen, I got to give credit to our film crew.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were able to catch those exciting moments. I was I was amazed. Some of those plays, some of the hits,
Uh-huh.
you can feel the hits, But where else are you going to get coverage like that? Gulf Coast Sports Network, nowhere else.
Yeah, and that's why people tune in. And, we got people tuning in from all over the state, all over the country, outside the United States, and we're just happy to share our local football with you guys. But we have about 50 seconds left until the third quarter and the second half kickoff.
But also remember, Gulf Coast Sports Network also covers baseball as well as softball. That season is coming up shortly.
Yeah, and we wish Nature Coast the best of luck next week. We've just heard that they're going to find out who they play in the first round of playoffs on Sunday. The brackets will be revealed, so we wish them the best of luck moving forward. But tonight they got to finish this season off. It's a tight game here, 14-6 in favor of the Sharks, who will be receiving, Abe, in just about 10 seconds. They're going to be lining things up, but they will be receiving the ball. What do you think they talked about at halftime?
Well, penalties should be the key topic. How to minimize the penalties, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, because this is that push for the playoffs. So you have to eliminate those, because those can be game changers coming into the playoffs. Because remember, playoffs, you could be one and done.
Yeah, and penalties like that can matter, especially if you lose your head more than once and you get that penalty and you're done. Your game is over. Your night is finished. And not only are you letting your team down, but you're letting yourself down. So you do not want that to happen. And I'm sure it's a learning situation for these young men. But at this point in the season, they should have it pretty well figured out.
Now keep in mind, Dave, this still anybody's game. We got 2 quarters of football left.
Absolutely.
2 quarters.
Absolutely.
And the score is 14-6. And like I say, we've seen some explosive plays by Nature Coast as well as by Zephyr Hills.
Well, and 2 of those touchdowns, 2 out of the 3 touchdowns tonight have came off of turnovers, fumble, and an interception.
Nice high kick to start the second half. Caught by the Sharks.
He might have got the face mask on there. That's the freshman Jair Harvin to catch the ball. I do not see any flags down, so they're gonna say he got a hold of his jersey, not his face mask, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sharks.
And that was number 10, Jared West, for the Warriors that was able to get downfield quickly and make that tackle.
Looks like Hoyt's going to be coming back in. They're going to try to establish Hoyt. He has ran the ball 2 times and about 8.5 yards per carry tonight.
Quick hand off to Cromer. Does a little 2-step. He's pushing. They're able to wrap him up after about 7 yards.
Yeah, Gabriel Rios got his hands inside the defender and ran him 8 yards down the field. Yeah, 5 was on the tackle. That's E.J. Allen coming in for the tackle for the Warriors. Be 2nd and 2, Abe. Notice that motion there with those 2 backs. Nobody moved for the defense, so they're just playing a regular base.
Another hand out to Cromer to the left side. Cromer breaks down the middle. Cromer has some room. He's down to the 30. Looks like he's down at about the 28-yard line. Cromer broke for a long one for the Sharks. It's probably the longest run of the evening.
Yeah, check out the recovery room instant replay. He's just going to get the handoff, and as soon as he goes north and south, right there, he cuts the wall back, and he's just in a foot race. You notice he's looking over his shoulder trying to make sure he can protect that ball, which he definitely did do. But it'll be a big 1st down for the Sharks.
Looked like he ran about a 42-yard run on that play.
Yeah.
Twins to the left. Shotgun formation. Quick handoff, and he's met immediately.
That's Antonio Hunt on the timed blitz. Oh, he could have taken the handoff if he was any earlier. Man, he came in with a head of steam, shot the gap, and took a big hit.
Not sure if somebody missed their assignment on that play.
Man, that was well timed. But
I think he might have heard about the GCSN highlights and trying to make his own highlights.
Yeah. That might be on there.
Cromer's up the middle again.
Yeah, number 5 on the tackle again. That's E.J. Allen on the tackle, but just a second play, Cromer has gone one way and cut it back. Not known for the cutback. Known for the downhill, lower punishing runner. But that's twice now where he's cut it back. He's able to get back those yards that were just lost.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Sharks. Twins to the left. Stack backfield on the right. Handoff to number 2, Cromer. He pounds up the middle. He's still moving. Looks like he got a first down on the play.
Yeah, lost his helmet on that play, but what I love about that play right there is he stuck his foot in the ground and got north and south right now. You know, didn't dance, just got north and south. That's going to be a huge first down for the Sharks, who really needed to take this opening drive to the end zone if they want to separate them and the Warriors.
Quarterback rolls to the right. Put the ball in the air. The ball was intercepted, but it was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yeah, he's looking for Brady Nolan, who was undercovered. He was pretty much wrapped up, but they were not. Looks like the young man fell on the track, and he is not. He's in some pain. He's in some serious pain over there. He slipped on the track after making the interception. Yeah, when you're on cleats and you come down on the track, it's like skating. I mean, it's not an easy surface to handle. But the Sharks are on one knee, and it appears that the Warriors are jogging over to their sideline as well. But we do have 9 minutes and 7 seconds. Let's take a quick break.
Navy SEAL veteran and endurance athlete Don Mann pushed his body to the limit and tried regenerative medicine when all other options failed.
It's unbelievable. I just assumed I was going to be in pain forever. And I've been in pain since the 80s. Now I'm running and riding a bicycle faster than I have in 7 years. Even my vision is better. I'm 100% pain-free right now. And I don't take any medications.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for regenerative treatment.
Looks like it was number 5, E.J. Allen Jr. down, but they got him up. He's walking, and we like to see when the kids are able to get up and, walk across on their own with a little assistance.
Allen's had a great game, too. He had that big touchdown catch for the Warriors, and he's had like 3 of the last tackles for the Warriors defense. So they're going to miss him on both sides of the ball. He's played a pretty good game for him. And we're glad they were able to get him back to their sideline where they can check him out. Hopefully he's okay.
Derek snap to Cromer. Cromer's up the middle. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna get a few more yards, and out of nowhere he got hit on the right hip. Right in the hip. And if you've ever been hit in the hip, man, it doesn't feel good. But it is going to be third and 5 or 2nd and 5?
Look like it's showing 3rd and 5. Direct snap to Cromer. He follows his block, and he's in the end zone untouched.
Oh, we got penalties all over the place. Penalties all over the place. Looked like an initial pancake block, but there was a penalty. Right now, we got a touchdown. Was there holding? We'll find out. But definitely going to be some extracurricular, which has probably been the 5th one we've had tonight. That was 74.
Chase, is that Chase Murray?
Yeah, that's Chase Murray on the pancake block. But the referees are going to have to sort this out. Do we have points? Do we not have points? It looked like there might have been a penalty before the extracurricular activity. But you can see the meeting of the minds. Just check out the screen right there. We got the great view of those fellas talking it out, organizing their thoughts, getting the exact spot here. We're just waiting for the explanation by the white hat. .8:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. Both teams are kind of waiting as well, as are the coaches and the fans and you at home. Coach John's trying to figure it out, because that'll affect him if it's a touchdown or if it's not.
Looked like the penalty might have came after the touchdown.
All right.
It's against the Sharks.
Personal foul. Personal foul on the Warriors. Looks like it's still going to be 4th down. No touchdown signaled, so they're going to walk this off, is my guess. But the personal foul will be after. So this is the fun part right here, Abe. They're going to start walking left and then walking right. And soon enough, the down and distance will show us where we're at. Yep, the coach and the white hat are talking, trying to make sure they understand what each of them saw. Looks like they replay 3rd down, Abe. After all that, instead of being 3rd and 5, it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10. But no score. It was no score.
I'm going back to my bread and butter.
All right, now it's going to be 4th down. But the clock is still running. It's still just the 3rd quarter. It looks like they're going to give Caden Melliker an opportunity for 3 points here, which would cement the 2-score game, because right now it is a just 1-score game. All right, that was pre-snap penalty before the ball was hiked.
Looks like they're counting players on the field.
They are counting, and now the players are counting. 11 is the only number that matters. If you have anything more, it's the penalty. So
nobody left the field.
Well, they did have a guy hustle off.
He waved it off.
Yeah, because there's only 11 on there. There's only 11. All right. No harm, no foul.
We'll just consider that a commercial break. Kick is up, it's away, and it is good.
Hey, we got a penalty. They ran into the kicker afterwards. They ran into the kicker. Man, there's been a lot of penalties in this game.
You know, like we said at the beginning of the game, getting ready for the playoffs, you want to try to minimize as many penalties as you can get.
Well, so now coach has a decision, right? Is he going to take those 3 points off and take the first down? Or is he going to decline it? He's going to keep his 3 points. And, yeah, he's going to keep his 3 points, Abe. So it's 17-6. And a wild beginning to the second half.
And it's good that the Sharks are showing that they're able to kick a field goal and put points on the board, because going into the playoffs, you want to at least be two-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can run and pass, you know, you stand a great chance of going deep into the playoffs. But if you're just a running team, you're not going to make far, because defense is shut the run down. But if you can run and pass, and now you add kicking field goals to the mix, it gives you those better options, you know, deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, because you'll take points any way you can get them, whether it's 3, 6, or 7, or 8. 2, you'll take them. See a lot of fellas on the offense and the defense, and they're still out here on the kickoff here.
Well, once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to Gulf Coast Sports Network. And I do believe we will be covering middle school championship football, correct?
I believe that's going to be this Tuesday. The local middle school championship is going to be brought to you by GCSN Network.
You know, and it's always exciting to see the future playing. I always call them the future because they're your next high school students. And the teams that'll be playing in the championships is who? That's
going to be Powell Panthers and the Parrot Leopards going at it, who just played 2 weeks ago, and I believe it's like a 14-6 or 14-8 ball game. So they get a rematch, and should be a really enticing game.
So if you're not busy, make sure you subscribe and watch some great middle school football championship game next Tuesday. Brought to you live by Gulf Coast Sports Network.
They're throwing footballs in the stands. We almost got one, Abe. That's Felder again with a carry, and just like you say, Abe, he went off tackle, which is where he's best at.
He picked up about 3 yards on that carry, and he's back over to the sideline.
Yeah, they brought the big back, Antonio Hunt, back in. But the Warriors are going to need a nice, strong drive. They did lose number 5, E.J. Allen.
Hand off to the fullback.
Wow.
He drags up the middle for about 4 yards, 5 yards on the carry.
Brady Nolan,
Just
number
short of the
13.
first down.
Number 13, Brady Nolan on the shoestring tackle.
That was number 9, Antonio Hunt for the Warriors with that hard, low run.
It's gonna be third and just a little bit, Abe.
I would take number 9, and the way he's hitting a hole right now, I'll go right back and secure that first down.
Secure the first down. You're deep in your side, so I think you're absolutely right. They love their motion, and they usually follows the motion right behind it. So let's see if that's what they do here.
He goes up. He comes to the left side of the field. He's to the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Nice hard run by Antonio Hunt.
Check out the replay, Abe. He's going to bust right through. Look at number 6 right here. He's the freshman who just come in, and he helps him out of bounds, staying right in front of him. But Antonio wanted to stiff arm him. He just ran out of space. Good play by number 6, Yazir Harvin. First down for the Warriors.
They're back into their 4 wide set. Shotgun formation. Sternum at quarterback. Quick handoff to number 4. He makes a quick stop. Makes another stop. He's still moving and he's out of bounds. Looks like he has enough for the first down for the Warriors. There's a flag on the play.
You know, he started right, and he saw 3 or 4 Sharks and stopped and changed directions, flipped the field, and was able to make a nice, strong run. Unfortunately, there is another flag, and it appears to be holding on the Warriors, which is going to negate that positive run and back up the Warriors. Looks like number 5 just came back in. Glad to see he's feeling better. E.J. Allen.
Sometimes it's hard to keep a young athletic player off the field.
Yeah. And this might be his, what is he? He's a senior, so it could be his last game.
I see Langley's back out wide for the Warriors.
We got a water timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout for ourselves and see some commercials. All right, Abe, we are back with 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this third quarter. The Warriors just had a nice run, but they had a holding penalty, so it's going to back them up. Looks like it's going to be first down and 25. Well, the last time they had first and 25, they did a nice little post route to number 1, Langley.
Well, you see he's out wide right now, and they're coming back in that 4 wide set.
The Sharks have 2 safeties in this defensive set instead of 1.
Quick handoff to number 2 around the right side. Cuts upfield. He got a daylight. He moves to the leg, cuts back left. He's down the field. He's still on his feet. He got a blocker coming in front. He is still moving. He's to the 5, and he's to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's Deuce Cook on the run.
I don't see any flags on the field.
We have got to see this replay, though. I mean, he gets his handoff full speed right there. He's already full speed. He's got a good block right there, and he's going to get shoved right. No, he does not get shoved. That was a blocker that got shoved, but he just reversed the field. That was a long run.
Now, remember I told you this game is not over. So now you're at the 2-yard line.
You got number 9, Antonio Hunt on your team.
This is where you call Antonio Hunt. You got to smell the end zone and get inside the end zone to bounce them back, to give that motivation, to change the momentum, and to shift it right now.
Yeah, that's what the Warriors are likely going to do. The Sharks have to know it. They've got their defensive lineman pinched in the A-gaps there.
So let's see if their offensive coordinator playing the same game we are.
Look at this view on the camera. They are right there, sniffing each other. He's going right up the middle. Tackled low. He fumbled, but I believe they called him down.
It looked like he was down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, the Sharks are going to try to change the referee's mind, but I don't believe that's going to help him any. But, man, it was his second effort because he looked like he was dead in the water because the Sharks were in on his legs, but he was able to fall forward and still make it second in just a little bit. Look how close they are to that end zone. And I'm sure they're going to give Hunt 4 chances here. barring penalties.
You know what? I believe our Gulf Coast Sports Network camera crew is going to get that action so we can see exactly how this trench is about to play out down in these trenches at the goal line.
We got 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this quarter. The white hat has his hand in the air. All right, whistle going. Clock is ticking.
Will the Sharks stand up in the goal line stance? Will the Warriors pound it in? Remember, it's a battle of the trenches.
He did come through the line of scrimmage.
And that's a touchdown for the Warriors.
Yep, he's right up the gut.
That was number 8, Cazares.
Yeah, Cazares is one of their other running backs. He was able to sneak right through there.
They put all the focus on number 9.
Yep. But it is 17-12 right now. Likely go for 2 here. They'll need to pick this up to make it a 3-point ball game.
And Hunt is in the end zone for the Warriors.
Hunt did make it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
It's a 1-score game.
It's a 1-score game. Yeah, we got a 14-13 ball game. We like these close games. Let's take a commercial break.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Well, we did say we was going to have a great game here tonight, you know, to put that exclamation point on our season. And the Warriors have answered the call, you know, to make this a game. 17-14 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining just in the third quarter.
Yeah, this has been a great game. A season finale. I'm happy we're here to watch this activity. This is great. But right now the Sharks need to answer. And the Warriors need a stand, so something's got to give.
You know, we had our focus on number 9 getting that touchdown, but then they snuck number 8 in that punched it in for him, but then number 9 came back and sealed the deal with that 2-point conversion for them.
Got a lot of movement pre-kick. Oh, and they're going to get a penalty. They're going to back up the kicking team, but just 5 yards. Yeah, a lot of movement, but it didn't look like they were trying to kick it high. They're trying to give an opportunity here for potential turnover. I wouldn't call it an onside. Maybe a pooch. But they are going to back them up 5-8 and let them re-kick. Sometimes when they do that, the front line forgets to move up. But these guys, the Sharks, are on it. They've moved up 5 yards. The deep guys setting up shop at the 25 and 30-yard line.
And the kick is away.
It's going to be over their head. Uh-oh. Got a lane.
Ooh, nice hit.
Yeah, that was a big collision.
Number 15.
Noah Coates, the junior, 6'3", 175, hit the returner head on for big collision, and that'll be first down for the Sharks on the 30-yard line, Abe.
So the Sharks need to answer the Warriors' touchdown drive. They need to just stay patient and try to feel like they've been doing.
And have a clean ball. No more penalties this round. They do have the pulling guard there.
Hand off the Chrome around the right side, and he looks like he's out of bounds after about a 9-yard carry.
Yeah, that's a 9-yard carry. they did pull the left guard and set him free a little bit. He just ran out of the sideline. But they're all looking at Johns as they signal the play to him. The clock continues. Oh, the clock's actually stopped because he ran out of bounds.
So, Dave, who do we look for? Who gets to be a player of the game, and what do they get?
Well, I'll tell you, we're looking for touchdowns, interceptions, turnovers, big plays. We're looking for all that. And they're going to get a GCSN T-shirt and the very coveted Glory Days gift certificate. And we'll make that announcement at the conclusion of the game. And right now we have several players from each side vying for that. It's 3rd and short, Abe.
Direct snap. We know where it's going. He's pushing. He's fighting. It looks like he got the first down.
Yeah, that's a hard 18 inches. I mean, Antonio Hunt flew in and timed it out again, but he was able to still manage the first down.
And like I say, right now, this game is being played in the trenches, from this power running.
Yeah, we've seen the Sharks have been able to get men downfield and pancake blocks, but the Warriors are still fighting.
Hand off to Cromer. Cromer make a quick 2-step. Pushes up for about 2.5 yards on the carry.
There is a lot of play after the whistle, and that's what can get you in trouble, and that can bring out the yellow handkerchiefs. It'll be 2nd down in a little bit. 7. We'll call it 7.
We'll call it 7.
It's a good look at Cromer, the big running back, and his giant offensive line.
Looks like the Sharks going trips right. Empty backfield. Motion to the left. Quick handoff, fumble. He was able to get back on top of it. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and quite some ways to go.
Yeah, that's Carlos Mendez on the fumbled exchange between him and Hoyt. It seems like every time they go away from Cromer, they're going the wrong way. It's 3rd and 15. They're going to stay in the empty set, Abe. Think they'll throw it? I think they can.
Bubble screen.
They did go downfield to Nolan. It's going to be 4th down. We're going to get a punting opportunity for the Sharks. That'll be Ryan Gagne to punt.
Which now you're giving the Warriors an opportunity, especially when it's still early in the game. 1 minute, 36 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That's the hold that the Warriors needed right there. Able to get the ball back and potentially take the lead here.
And that could be the momentum shifter and the confidence builder. And it's a Shanghai kick. And it's going to take a Warriors bounce, big bounce, all the way back to the, what's that, 41-yard line?
Yeah. Tyler Gonzalez did a nice job of seeing it roll the wrong way to smack it back and spot the ball right there. It was a high kick, but it definitely did not take a Shark roll. It took a Warriors bounce.
Which now it gives the Warrior an opportunity. If the Warrior offense can come out.
It's about a 6-yard punt, Abe.
And I'm not sure the coach would, want to see that being a 6-yard punt, because now you have given life to the Warriors and you've had them down all game.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't control those bounces. And those who can get scholarships.
Warriors are back with the 4-wide set. Quick handoff to number 4 around the right side. He makes one man miss. He brings it out. He's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah.
Looks like a 9-yard carry on the play.
Yeah,
that's number 4, Felder.
He had some room, but number 14, Tyler Gonzalez, He didn't make the tackle, but he definitely slowed him down because there's some room early on that. And Felder's a fast kid. We talked about him at being the outside fella, and he's been doing it. First down for the Warriors.
And the Warriors are feeling it right now.
Well,
they feel they're in a position to win this game.
Yeah, they've had a big second quarter.
Quick handoff to number 4. He makes 2 steps to the right side. He's pulled out of bounds. Looked like he picked up about 7 yards on that carry.
That's Aiden Sepsis on the tackle.
The Warriors are trying to find the answer, and the Sharks are now trying to grasp for air. You see a lot of them young men with their hands on their hips right now.
Yeah.
And the Warriors are switching players in and out.
Yeah, they got 3 backs that they can go to, and a lot of these fellas have been playing offensive line and defensive line and tailback and defensive end and middle linebacker and tight end. I mean, got a lot of people going both ways.
We haven't heard from Langley in a while.
You think it's time?
It's time.
They're giving him the fade right now.
Gave back number 4. He cuts out the middle. Looks like he picked up about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they gave him the whole outside of the field, and if the coaches see it, they're probably going to come back to it. But right now, number 4, Feldler, seems to be doing enough to move the chains.
Well, it's third down, and it's short. This is like a third down Antonio Hunt kind of play.
Yeah, and they brought him in. Look at that shot right there. It shows you just how close they are to the first down. And they got the big back. I think they might let this clock run out so they can start fresh with the fourth quarter.
So we're going to go into the fourth quarter with the Warriors knocking on the door. But let's take a quick commercial break.
Play football, you develop this mentality that you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain. To think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Abe, the fourth quarter, what we've been waiting for. You said all along this is a four-quarter kind of game, and you are not wrong. Here we are, third down in just a little bit, and they are knocking on the red zone here on the 21-yard line.
So, Dave, I know you said it's fourth quarter. Warriors are trying to answer and knock this door in. Handoff to the big guy, and he gets the first down. Chains move. So this is going to be a critical drive for the Warriors. This is either going to keep them in the game or it's going to give the Sharks some momentum.
Yeah.
If the Sharks stop them, the Sharks will gain that momentum. But if the Warriors score, the Sharks got to get on their A game. And like I said, this game is won and lost in these trenches. Penalties are going to be a factor coming into this fourth quarter, as well as conditioning, like we said.
And they're able to switch their tailback. So right now they got the between the tackles running back in.
And they're back to the 4 wide set. Quick handoff to the fullback. He's pounding. I mean, that's a hard 2.5 yards that he did. He is pushing hard.
Check out this replay. He actually runs into the back of his offensive lineman right here and knocks him down pretty hard right there. Boom. But we have the Sharks right there. They're saying we know Antonio's getting the ball. So second down in about, what do you think, 7?
7 yard.
11:03 to play in the ball game.
Langley goes out wide. 4 wide set. Handoff again to the fullback. He cuts out the middle. He's to the 5 and brought down by 2 Sharks.
Yeah, that's Nolan and Rios, the seniors, coming down to keep him out in the end zone. Check out this replay. Hunt gets the ball, explodes the open outside right there. Boom. He's going. And they got 2 seniors right there keeping him out on the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Abe, from the 5-yard line. What a game.
The Warriors offensive linemen were able to push the D-line to the 2nd level, which gave him an opportunity to break up the field.
Yeah, big, strong, fast running back like that, getting him to the 2nd level is going to get you some yards, some tough yards.
He made a nice 2-yard run on that, very hard 2-yard run.
Yeah, he was hit super low as soon as he got the ball, but was able to get another 1.5 yards, 2 yards like you said. He's talking to his offensive lineman.
You know, the way these players have been playing tonight, they're going to need that recovery room.
Oh, they're going to need that recovery room. And that replay, you need that recovery room, and the code, the promo code for that recovery room is replay22. Check them out for $25 cryotherapy session.
Motion to the left, handoff again to the fullback, and he's met immediately by the Sharks.
He was, that whole collapse immediately. Chase Murray was in on that tackle. Cromer was in on that tackle. Those are some hard yards. I believe we're going to be 3rd and goal, Abe. 3rd and goal.
These players have been playing very well. Some of them might even need Divinity Med Spa. And then after they get all that, they can go to Glory Day Grill.
Yes, they can. You get fed. But, hey, it's 3rd and just a little bit. Well, we got good 3 yards from the end zone here.
Hand off to number 8.
He's wrapped up.
He's met by a host of Sharks.
They grabbed that ankle, and they were not letting go. That was number 12, first to act, Connor Riggins, first to act, but he had his buddies there real quick. It's going to be 4th down. Are you giving it to Hunt? Are you throwing a dump? What are you doing here on 4th down? You kicking the field goal?
No, I'm gonna roll my quarterback and let him run in. But the way that hit just came across, they might need to check out the family chiropractic.
yeah. Family chiropractic, they're gonna need to be realigned. A field goal ties the game, and they are passing that opportunity, saying if we don't get it, you got to go 98 yards for it. But they got Hunt there. Oh, he jumped offside. He's going to back him up 5 more yards. 5 more yards.
Well, it looked like one of the Sharks guys moved, but it didn't move enough to, cross the plane, which was able to make the Warriors offensive lineman jump.
I believe we have our first timeout of the night. And we would like to just... all of us here at Gulf Coast Sports Network would like to recognize and thank all of our 2022 football broadcast partners. We would not be able to bring these games and content to you without their support. We appreciate their support of GCSN and the local community. Please support our partners as they support us. A big thank you goes to Spring Hill NFL Flag Football League, Divinity Med Spa, Chambers Law, Glory Days Grill, Family Chiropractic, the Recovery Room, and Morningshire Market. Thank you guys so very much. That's a big play, Abe. 4th down and goal. Now we're looking at about the 7-yard line, which puts you in a whole different bracket of plays, a different percentage, and they maybe, I guess they are not kicking it. Nope, they are not kicking it. They're going straight to the line of scrimmage.
They're going split receivers.
They like the
double
slant.
backs.
Oh, quarterback.
There's that quarterback rollout.
which they haven't shown all game. There was a timeout, Nature Coast. All right. It might have been a good play, though. It might have been a good call because quarterback had some room, and the cornerback that was rolling, look, they're talking. They're communicating. Johns is angry. He's disappointed because he's the only one that's allowed to call the timeout. But the cornerback was in coverage with his back to the QB. The defensive end might have been inside a little bit. But it's still 4th and goal. They're going to sort this out. But I'm sure they're still going to be charged the timeout because looks like Johns might have been communicating with a teammate, with one of his young teammates. Yeah, these timeouts are going to be valuable in a game like this, Abe. With 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go, and the very important goal line stand here.
So the Warriors must not have a field goal kicker, or they're just trying to, win the game. It's a non-district game, but we seen a couple pooch kicks on the kickoff.
Yeah, I think you're right, Abe. Because there's a lot of practice that goes into a holder, a snapper, and the kicker.
Quarterback rolls.
Romer with a big sack on 4th and goal.
And there's a flag on the play on the other side of the field.
There is a flag down.
And it might have been holding the receiver. Looked like they might have been holding the receiver on the other side of the field, which would give them a first down.
Yeah, we've been to a couple of the Sharks games this season, and we've had several penalties on that secondary.
Looked like it was.
Wow, they did call holding on the receiver, face mask on the. Johns is going to hustle back off the field. He doesn't seem to be very tickled with that call, but it will move the chains on what was a drive ending, which was a drive ending play, and they pretty much stopped that. But it looks like it's going to remain 4th down. It'll remain 4th down from the 5-yard line.
7 minutes and 37 seconds remaining as the clock ticks.
Yards have been hard to come by for the Warriors in this area of the field tonight. They're going to need a timeout to talk us over. Let's take a commercial break, Abe.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
All right, Abe, we are back in this exciting contest, Abe. I can't tell you how awesome this game has been. We've had goal line stands, we've had turnovers, we've had touchdowns. Looks like they're respotting that ball just a little bit.
So it's 4th down. 4 yards to go.
They got E.J. Allen out wide, who caught the slant last time.
They did a bubble screen to the fullback.
What? They are pre-snap.
A quick slant for the touchdown.
Yeah, but they called something before. It looked like somebody moved on the Warriors pre-snap. This has been the longest defensive stand or goal line stand we've had in a while. But it is still 4th down, Abe. They're going to back them up 5 yards. We have seen the Warriors come out with a quarterback sneak that was ruled dead before, that slant in the end zone. But now we've seen a sack by the Sharks, all negated through penalties, which should bring up 4th down from the 9-yard line and goal. What else could the Warriors show us?
Listen, with a game like this, you can't even go to the refrigerator because you might miss something. So you got to make sure you stay. And I hope that everybody that's at home watching under your blankets, laying back wondering what's going on at the Shark Tank, you are feeling the energy right now. He looks back. Quarterback throws the ball in the air.
Got a man out of bounds.
In and out of his hands.
Yeah, he was
so
open.
The Sharks make a stand after a host of penalties on both sides.
And check out this replay. The trip set on the left. The inside receiver is just going to run to the back pylon right there. Number 7, open now. Quick play by number 2. Just ran out of bounds and dropped the ball. Well, I mean, it was a tough throw, tough catch, good D. It'll be 14-17, 7 minutes, 12 seconds. The Sharks have forever to go. I mean, they're looking at a 91-yard drive right now.
And this still anybody's game.
Yeah, the receiver, number 7, had his head down, but Gaskins got a lot of football left.
Cromer dashed to the outside, met by a few Warriors. Looked like he picked up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that was 5. E.J. Allen on the bottom of that pile. Big run by Cromer. He looked like he was unsure if he was going to run that super fast or deliver some punishment. He went with the punishment. Ooh, got a penalty. Another flag. They're going to get.
And it's going to back the Sharks up.
They're going to get one of the offensive linemen for moving. Right in front of him. He's just going to be 2nd and 10.
Dave, this is anybody's game right now. We're in the 4th quarter. We got 6 minutes, 38 seconds. The score is 17-14. Zephyr Hill's trying to make a turnover right here. Hand ball, direct snap to Cromer. He's out of bounds. Looked like he picked up about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah,
this is the type of game that you can't go to the refrigerator. You don't want to go use the restroom. You want to just stay right here and tune in to Gulf Coast Sports Network. The Sharks are trying to make something happen in this 4th quarter, and we're going to take a quick commercial break.
5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief. And
so both teams trying to figure out exactly what they want to do and what strategies they want to do right now, because this is critical. You know, last time the Sharks punt, it was a 6-yard punt.
That my body was on the decline.
And if they don't get this first down, that's a tough place to punt.
Tolerable enough for me to
now,
go
Gagne
out
has
and
had
run,
some good punts for him on the season. That's just the one that took a bad bounce.
But on my cleats again.
So the Sharks have been successful with the direct snap to Cromer, and then him being patient following his block. Zephyr Hill is eventually going to stop that. That direct snap, and Zephyr Hills is on top of that. It's 4th down.
Yeah, that's Antonio Hunt again blowing up the O-line, making a big pile, changing Cromer's direction, and it's going to be 4th down in just a little bit.
So Cromer made a big play for the Sharks, and now Hunt just made a big play for the Warriors.
Yeah, and we talked pre-game. Those two fellas are offense and defense, the leading tackler, leading sacker, leading rusher, leading touchdown. I mean, these guys are leaders on their team, and it's showing here tonight. Gundy's got the ball. He's going to punt it. It's tipped. It was tipped.
And it looked like it's out at the 35-yard line.
Looks like I'm going to mark it near the 35. You're right.
34.
Oh, he keeps walking. 35.
He stopped at the 35-yard line. So that puts the Warriors back in scoring distance
with less time to go on the clock. So before, if they scored, you could open up the playbook a little bit. You know, when you're down, you have a different playbook. When you're winning, it's, hey, let's run first, let's run this way, let's run that way, let's eat some clock.
So where we've seen the Warriors have success, and this is where, does the offensive coordinator look back at what script plays he had and where they had success. Number 1, Langley.
Yep.
Langley. Then you came back and you had Felder, number 4. Then you have Antonio Hunt. So you have that package. He gave it to number 4 for the first play. He picked up about a yard and a half.
And Fedler is the outside back, even though he ran inside there. So he's way more successful on the outside, but they must be trying to keep the Sharks guessing as they ran him up the middle. But they are giving Antonio Hunt some very valuable rest.
And remember, I did not mention number 5, E.J. Allen Jr. also in that mix.
Yeah, and he was an injured Warrior earlier in the game, and he does have a touchdown on the night.
Warriors coming to the trips, single receiver to the right, trying to spread the Sharks out.
Looks like there's an early movement on the offense, going to back him up 5 more yards. Yeah, we've had some of that tonight on both offenses. Moving the ball, making it a little easier to play defense, slowing the game down just a little bit. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this contest. In a nail-biter, Abe. Quite the game.
It's a lot of football remaining. 4 minutes, 30 seconds and counting.
Nolan on the blitz. Oh, good coverage.
And there's a flag on the field.
Oh, he was in his pocket. That's the freshman, Jair Harvin. They're going to get together and talk. It must have been some contact before the end of the play if they're calling it on the Sharks.
See, and this is one of those things where the players need to let the coaches talk to the referees because they'll eventually get a penalty.
Yeah, sometimes they'll talk to the captains, but they don't really want you talking to them. But it's 3. We are just under the 4-minute mark as they try to sort this out. All right, so they're going to have the pass interference on the Sharks. And it's going to be a first down. The crowd is getting angry. There's been a lot of penalties back and forth. So it'll be first down and 10, Abe, from the 24. With 4 minutes and some change to go.
That's number 4 trying to get to the outside.
Yeah.
Picked up about 3-4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, anytime Fedler goes outside, you think he has a chance. He's the one who had the touchdown that was called back.
Listen, his legs are moving. He has some speed. And if he gets around that corner.
But the Sharks did do a good job of keeping him to a minimal gain of a 3 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 7.
Clock still running.
Yeah, 3:45. Good game, Abe. Good game. Penalty.
Offsides on the offensive lineman.
The offensive lineman moved again.
This is that trenches that we talked about.
Abe, why does an offensive lineman move early?
Because he's tired.
Is he tired? And the defensive line is making him work extra hard. You don't want to get beat, you know. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Oh, boy. And the clock just keeps on moving.
This is still anybody's game.
Well, if the Warriors score here, it's going to leave very little time for the Sharks to respond.
Quarterback puts the ball up in the air.
Yeah, look. That was Falkingham, Evan Falkingham on the coverage. He was in the pocket, forcing the receiver out of bounds.
And that was Langley they were trying to link up with that had that big catch earlier in the game that they tried to go back to.
Yeah, Falkingham did a nice job of getting in his pocket, turning around and looking for the ball. But it'll be 3rd down and 12 here, Abe, in a very important play with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game.
Now, remember you mentioned Falkingham earlier, and I know Falkingham was a cross-country runner but then decided to, come into football his senior year.
He's been an impact player on both sides of the ball for the Sharks to not just tonight but all season. Brady Nolan on the pressure. Quarterback throws the ball to no one as it falls incomplete. Big-time pressure by the Sharks. It should be 4th and 12. I would think this is probably an opportunity for a throw, a pass, but we've seen the backs run that wheel route. They haven't shown it this second half. They went to it in the first, and it was open earlier in the first half that they didn't throw to him. So threw to him once. Might be something to look for on the wide side of the field.
There's a big play for the Sharks right here.
I believe they call a timeout. Scoreboard. Let's check out the scoreboard.
All right, Dave. This is the moment of truth right now for the Warriors.
4th down,
baby. 4th
baby.
down.
They got trips to the wide side of the field. Langley on the short side.
4 wides.
Three linemen rushing.
Quarterback drops. Bubble to the
big back. Huge tackle for the Sharks.
He picked up about 5 yards on that carry, on that pass catch.
Yeah, that was a big tackle for Sepsis for the Sharks. That's going to be a 1st down for the Sharks, and they have a chance to run this clock out with a couple 1st downs.
Seconds.
Yeah, they need a couple 1st downs to do so. The game's still not over because the Warriors' defense has been very stout this second half.
Well, I guess, it's almost that time for us to get ready to announce the Glory Days player of the game. It's winding down. We got quite a few young men that's in the running for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they're all coming.
Crumble goes to the left side.
Oh, he almost had the edge. He kept looking.
It looked like he had some daylight, but he was wrapped up immediately, and he only picked up about a yard, if that.
Yeah, that was Noah Coates, the outside linebacker, number 15 for the Warriors on the tackle. They're going to eat some clock here as they are not quick to hike this ball. Cromer's walking a little stiff-legged. Like you said, he's probably going to need that recovery room to feel better tomorrow night.
Cromer gets it in, down round to the right side. Cromer finds a hole. He picks up a first down for the Sharks. Cromer might have sealed the deal for the Sharks.
Big first down run, punishing run for the Sharks. The big back just won't go down. A very important first down.
He was able to muscle his way forward.
Yeah, his legs never stop. But you can see the Sharks as they are in zero hurry to hike this ball. Coach Johns is looking at the clock to make sure they have enough time to line up and snap the ball before the delay of game. First down, Abe. A lot of fellas trying to crowd that line of scrimmage.
Cromer's around the left side.
Stays
he
in
finds
bounds.
And he goes down, picks up about 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah.
And that might have sealed the deal for the Sharks. Cromer around the left side.
You know, Abe, what Cromer did there is he had an opportunity to break it out to the side, but he kept it in the middle of the field to make sure he stayed in bounds and kept that clock running or make them use their timeout. As it looks like a couple of the Warriors are starting to cramp up late in this game. Appears that they're having a quick little water break. But an awesome game so far with a 3-point advantage to the Sharks. Barring turnovers, this could be nearly finalized. But we've had a couple turnovers tonight, Abe. So like you said, it's 4 quarters.
And this game was played in the trenches tonight. It was the battle of the fullbacks.
Fullbacks, offensive line play, some turnovers.
Looks like they're in that stack. Direct snap to Cromer. Cromer moves, picks up another 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, he's going to be tackled by Antonio Hunt. Looks like they are going to take another timeout to save that clock, which should bring up third down in about 4.
Looks like third and 4.
Yeah. So third and 4 with a minute 26 to go in the contest. Antonio Hunt has been blitzing all night trying to stop this running attack. But make sure you guys stay with us as we are about to announce the Glory Days player of the game. It's anybody's shirt. It's anybody's gift certificate. There's been several fellas playing super hard tonight. So tune in with us for the last couple minutes of this contest and see if the Sharks can seal the deal with a first down.
Direct snap to Cromer. He looks like he picks up the first down for the Sharks, and that should seal the deal for them.
Yeah, he looked like he went over that very important 45-yard line. Still waiting for the signal. The Sharks are giving us the signal. It's the Zebras that we're waiting for. And there it is. The White Hat signals first down as the clock will soon start to tick after the chains are set. Cromer's coming over to the sidelines. Maybe get a quick drink. Coming off. Bringing Hoyt in for the tight victory. And a flag. Flag is being thrown all over the place. All right, got a unsportsmanlike penalty on Zephyr Hills. But it looks like the Sharks are just going to take a knee. A little tight victory formation, which is one of the best offensive plays you can have if you're the OC.
This is one of the games, had quite a few penalties, especially getting ready to go into the playoffs. So hopefully, Coach can let these guys know, and as they, watch film and do their film study, they realize, some games, penalties can take a game away from you. And this penalties kept this game very close tonight.
And we've seen the Sharks play a penalty-free game. We've seen it this season earlier in the year. And, it'll give Coach John something to look at as they prepare for their Sunday's opponent.
I must say it has been a pleasure covering high school football this year. They have given us some exciting games, some unpredictable games. They have made, they made our Friday nights great up under the lights.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Abe. We've been privileged to watch some of these awesome athletes and great plays. But Zephyr Hills definitely fought hard tonight. And their program is definitely on the rise, and it was our first time covering Zephyr Hills Christian Academy.
They battle hard. I mean, they had some opportunities, and unfortunately, some penalties took it away. And then they had Nature Coast's heart beating very hard when they actually got down there by the goal line, and almost punched it in.
They have some talented players on that offense and defense for the Warriors, and the Sharks do as well, as they look like they're going to have to snap it one more time. They're going to wait for the 35-second mark is my guess before they hike that ball. The referees are going to let them know. When it's time, but looks like we have another flag. But I think they're kicking somebody out of the game now. Yeah, they have to let him go after so many penalties. You only get 2. So that was that young man's second one.
Zephyr Hills came in with some athletic players.
Mm-hmm.
The fullback, number 9, Antonio Hunt, very aggressive down in the trenches as well as running the ball. They had Langley make some nice catches. They had some athletes on their side of the field, as well as Nature Coast. Nature Coast showed up, and their athletes played. They played 4 hard quarters, and, they were battle-tested, especially when they got down by the goal line.
That should do it for us, Abe, as the final knee down. Now they're going to line up at the 50-yard line and shake hands. We can't wait to tell you who our Glory Days player of the game is, and it's Mr. Christian Cromer tonight. 2 big touchdowns for the big guy, a sack on the evening, and he helped secure the deal with his squad. So congratulations, Christian Cromer, Nature Coast running back for Glory Days player of the game. Let's take it to Will Wilkie for the night's recap.
Thank you, Dave. Great job on the call tonight, Abe and Dave. As we close our 2022 high school football season coverage, I'd like to quickly reflect and thank those who made all of this possible. For all of our broadcast partners, the coaches, athletic directors who give so much time and effort to these players and programs, and yet still find time to work with us, we appreciate you greatly. And last but certainly not least, all those on the Gulf Coast Sports Network team that make this happen, I would personally like to thank our talented crew, Wild Bill Lizer, Derek Smith, Dave Barrett, Abe Dowdell, John McMurdo, Brian Lott, Paul Smith, Hillary Lizer, and Nicole Wilkie. Thank you to all of you for your time, talent, and dedication, and for being a part of the GCSN family. So for the last time in 2022, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook by searching at GCSN Broadcast for tonight's crew of Abe Dowdell, Dave Barrett, Wild Bill Lizer, and John McMurdo. I'm Will Wilkie, and we'll see you next time